Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm bringing you my updated sneaker collection video. It's one of the most requested videos that I ever get, so it's finally here. I'm gonna split it up by brand and then by type of shoe within the brand. So no more introduction needed. Let's go ahead and get it started with the Adidas. So first, we got the triple black Japan NMDs. They restocked like 10 times this year, so if you wanted to get them, it was pretty easy. They have an all black pair and an all white pair. I picked these because I already have triple white Ultra Boost, so I just wanted to get something different. Speaking of the Ultra Boost, next we got the triple white Ultra Boost. These are the 3.0s. So once again, another shoe that restocked like a million times. So if you want to get them, it's very easy. Don't really have too much to say about them. They are kind of dirty. I can't keep them clean, man. I tried. I really tried, and it's just impossible, dude. So I just gave up. Next, we got the Oreo V2s. I don't really need to say too much about Yeezys, I guess. I will say, it seems the price has gone up quite a bit from when I first bought these, because I bought both of the V2s that I have like right when they came out, and it looks like that was a pretty good decision because they never re-released them, unlike the Zebras, where the price was super high for the Zebras at first, and then they released them again, and then the price went way down. But I looked at GOAT, I looked at StockX, I even looked at Flight Club just to see what the highest price people were paying was, and they're hella taxing on Flight Club. It's like 1,000 for these now, which is crazy. But GOAT and StockX both had them in the 700s, so it looks like I made a good choice, man. I'm happy with that. But next, we got my other pair of V2s. I was gonna call them breads, but that would be incorrect. I don't even know what we're supposed to call these now, because originally they were called breads, and then the actual breads came out. So anyways, but these are my other V2s. Once again, I noticed the price on these has gone way up as well. On GOAT and on StockX, they're like 900, which is wild, but it kind of does make sense because these were the most expensive ones even when I bought them originally. They had the white, the green, this like infrared, and the copper, and even back then, these were the most expensive ones. But that's it for the Adidas. Let's move on to Nike. For Nike, all I have is basketball shoes. So first, we got the Kobe 11s. These have become my main gym shoes. They're actually looking pretty good for the amount that I wear them. I believe these are called the Last Emperor or something like that, but these are my favorite colorway for the Kobe 11s. Next, we got another pair of Kobe 11s. I don't even know what these are called, but for Kobe's last season, they released like 20 different colorways of the Kobe 11, so I just grabbed a couple of them that I liked. Whenever those first ones start to get a little too beat up, I'll just switch over to these. And finally, we got the LeBron 12s, the last decent LeBron shoe that has come out. Really, the LeBron 11 was the last like really good LeBron, but these are alright. I think these are called the Cowboys for the colorway. I think it's because LeBron is a Cowboys fan. I'm not sure. One of you Nick Wright disciples can let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's why it's called that. But overall, I think Nike just doing him wrong with all these new shoes, man. They're all ugly as fuck. I know that that's my opinion, but I think that's the majority opinion because all of the new LeBrons are just sitting on shelves and no one is trying to buy them because Nike is just not making a good shoe, man. They just look ugly as fuck. So hopefully they start retroing some LeBrons. I don't know if they're going to wait till he retires, but I'm sure eventually they'll start retroing them and we can get our hands on some of them early LeBrons because those are really nice. But that's it for Nike. Let's move on to the main course. We got all of our Jordans. So I'm going to start with the Jordan 1 and go in numerical order. So first, we got the bread ones, or I guess technically I think they were called the band ones, because these were the ones that came out last year. There was some debate on what to call them, but I think these are my second favorite Jordan 1s, and you guys are about to see my first favorite. So next, we got the Royal ones. These are definitely my favorite Jordan 1s. These are the ones that just came out earlier this year. These probably are in my top 10 favorite Jordans. When I first started buying shoes and I first started collecting them, these are always ones that I had on my mind that I really wanted to have one day. So I'm happy that they released them again, because otherwise I was going to have to pay a ridiculous price for them. But since they brought them back, the prices are pretty fair on these if you want to pick one up. Moving on to the Jordan 2s. I only have one pair of 2s, these bread 2s right here. I don't even really like them. I just wanted to have a pair of 2s in the collection just so I can try to have all of the numbers. I actually picked these up from the Nike outlet for like $85 or something like that. It was like nothing, so I was like, fuck it, I may as well pick them up. I just don't really like how the 2s look. I don't have any 3s, and that's because I'm waiting for them to release the black cement 3s, which are rumored for early next year. I don't know if that's been confirmed yet. I think it has been confirmed. I think they're coming out early next year, so I will definitely be getting those. So moving on to the 4s, we got the Toro 4s 2012 release. Not really too much to say. I think either these or the breads have to be my favorite 4s. I don't own too many 4s, but has to be one of those two. Next, we got the Royalty 4s. These came out at the beginning of the year. Super easy to get if you wanted them. I'm sure they kind of got the idea for these from the M&M 4s. They just kind of switched the silver part where the laces go to gold and then called them Royalty. Except, I guess, well, these are normally priced and the M&M 4s are like the same price as a fucking car. So, you know, that's a little bit of difference there. But moving on to the 5s. First, we got the Oreo 5s. These are the 2013 Black Friday release. These right here are one of the first pairs of Jordans I ever bought with my own money. I had a couple pairs of Jordans growing up, but, you know, my parents were only going to buy me one pair of shoes per year. You know, they weren't about to sit there and buy me 50 different pairs of shoes. I think the first pair of Jordans I ever bought with my own money was the Laney 5s. Next, we got the Black Grape 5s. I mean, nothing really needs to be said here. These are just a classic 2013 release. These are probably my second favorite colorway for the 5s after the Raging Bulls, which I am still waiting for them to bring back. It's been like 8 years now since they released them, so they need to hurry up and bring those fuckers back because I'm trying to get some Raging Bulls. Next, we have, I'm not sure if these really have a name. I'm not sure. They're like blue suede 5s, I guess you could say. But these just came out recently this year. They made a blue pair. They made a red pair. I didn't really like the red pair because they just kind of remind me of some discount Raging Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to be Raging Bulls, but they're not. So I didn't like those. But these blue ones I actually did like. So I went ahead and picked them up. And finally for the 5s, we have the Bel Air 5s. These are more of just a collection item, I guess you could say. Not something I'm going to ever end up wearing very much, if I even do wear them. I really like watching the show. When I was a little kid, I would watch it all the time, but I just think these are pretty interesting colorways, so I like them a lot. So that's it for the 5s. Moving on to the 6s. We got the Carmine 6s, 2014 release. I still haven't laced them properly. I got to fix that. I'm not big on 6s, really, but these are one of the few that I like. And then my other pair is the black infrared 6s. These are the Black Friday release for 2014. Originally, I did not like these at all, but I don't know, after a while, I guess I just kind of changed my mind and I ended up wanting them, but that's really it for the 6s. Moving on to the 7s. I actually own the most 7s out of any shoe in my collection. I don't know why, I really like how they look. I don't know if a lot of people feel the same way, but I personally really like how they look. So first, we got the GMP 7s. These are from the pack in 2012. I don't like the 6s that came with it, but I really do like how these 7s look. Next, we got the Bordeaux 7s. These are the 2015 release, as you can probably tell if you know what to look for. I personally like the 2011 release a little bit better, even though I guess it's not as accurate or whatever. Like, I don't really care about that. I just want to see which one I think looks better, you know, and I think it has to be 2011. Next, we got the French Blue 7s, 2015 release. I don't really have much to say about them. I actually used to wear them quite a bit because I didn't really care about them. You know, they're not like my favorite or anything, so I didn't care if they got messed up or anything, so I would actually wear them quite a bit. Next, we got the Cigar 7s. They're from the Champagne and Cigar pack. I don't think that was actually a pack. I think they just called it pack, but you could buy the shoes separately if I remember correctly. lately, but I did not like the champagne 7s at all, but the cigar 7s, I really like them because I feel like they're another colorway that's kind of unique. You know, you don't see this colorway a lot, and that's why I got them. And next, we got the Pantone 7s that just came out like a couple months ago, I think. I got these for like $60 below retail. I guess people just didn't like them. I don't know. I really like 7s, and I really like the North Carolina Pantone colorways. Add in the fact that I was able to get them so much cheaper than retail. I was like, well, fuck it. You know, I may as well get them. So it was an easy decision for me. And finally, we got the Raptor 7s 2012 release. I can't remember, but I think these are the second Jordans that I ever bought with my own money. Just like the Oreos, these have to be in the first 5 that I ever bought. It was like the Laney 5s, Oreo 5s, Raptor 7s, and Gamma 11s. Those were all like the first Jordans that I ever bought with my own money. I remember I was so excited back then to have these because I didn't really have that much money. So, you know, I wasn't able to just buy all the Jordans that I wanted. So I would save up for like months just to get one, and I would get really happy about it. But yeah, that's it for the 7s. Moving on to the 8s. I only have one pair of 8s. That's the Aqua 8s 2015 Black Friday release. I've actually been wearing these a lot more recently. I find them really comfortable, but I actually do like 8s quite a bit. I need to get some more 8s, I guess. I really want the DB 8s. I've wanted them for like 2 years now, but I just keep waiting because I don't want to spend that much money on them. I'm kind of hoping that eventually I'll just stop liking them so I don't have to spend the money on them, but that probably won't happen. I'm sure eventually I'll end up just buying them, but that's it for the 8s. I don't own any 9s. I did own the Anthracite 9s that came out in 2015, but I sold them because those shoes catfished me, bro. I got catfished to buy a shoe, man. I did not know they were gonna be all ashy like that. I just thought they were all black 9s, and then I got them. I was like, wait, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? So I went ahead and sold those. So moving on to the 10s, we got the Bulls Over Broadway 10s. These came out in 2015. I actually have a story for these. So I remember I thought I messed these shoes up because I don't know what I was doing. I was filming some sort of skit for YouTube where I took the AW disc and I think I printed out a picture of Michael Condrey's face and I like fake pissed on it for a video, but I had to make the water yellow so it looked more real. And I think I put food coloring in the water or something. And then like when I was pissing on the picture of Michael Condrey, some of the water like splashed on my shoes, and these shoes were like stained now, and I was so fucking pissed, man. But then I spent like an hour cleaning it and trying to get it to go away, and I guess somehow it went away. I don't know, but I was so scared that I messed these up. I thought I ruined them. I don't remember what the video was. Maybe one of you guys will remember what video I'm talking about if you were around back then. I probably had like 150k subs or something back then whenever I did this. I just can't remember what video it was. But anyways, next we got the black OVO 10s. Now, I usually prefer all black to all white shoes, but for all OVOs, I actually prefer the all white version. I don't know why. I just think all of the black OVOs look kind of plain. Even with the 12s or the 8s, the white version always looks better. And speaking of the white version, next we got the white OVO 10s. I don't know. You guys tell me. You just saw the black, now you're seeing the white. Does the white not look better? I don't know. Anyways, I actually finally wore both of these for the first time this year. I had them DS for like a year after I got them because I didn't see a point in wearing such an expensive shoe and ruining the DS status of it unless it was worth it. But I finally actually wore them both this year. So anyways, moving on to the 11s. We got the Gamma 11s that I mentioned earlier. These came out in 2014. I remember I was saving up months before these came out so that I could get them. And then I remember I told my mom that I spent like $400 on these, and she was so mad. Like, she couldn't believe that I spent that much money on shoes. And looking back on it now, it probably was not a good idea, but I guess it all worked out, you could say, so not a big deal. Anyways, next we got the Space Jam 11s. These are the 2016 release, unfortunately. The reason I say unfortunately is because I just think the 2009 version is so much better. I understand that the 2016 is technically more accurate to the original, but I just can't stand the fucking 45 on the back. Listen, 45 is just not Michael Jordan, man. I don't care if he wore it for like fucking 16 games or whatever the fuck. Michael Jordan's number is 23. That's the end of the story. And I don't like how they raised the patent leather up higher. It just doesn't look as good, man. I don't care if it looks more like the original or not. Maybe the original fucking sucks, man, because the 2009 version is what the original should have looked like. And then finally, we have these that literally just dropped. I think they're called the Win Like 82 11s. They basically look like some Navy Concords. I think they'll have to do until the actual Concords release, which I believe there were rumors that they're going to be releasing next year, which would be amazing. Hopefully they don't mess them up like they did with the Space Jams, but you know, they probably will. So anyways, that's it for the 11s. Moving on to the 12s, we got the Flu Game 12s 2016 release. I think the original Flu Games are actually suede and the 2016 release are not suede, but that doesn't really bother me. I think it still looks really good either way, and they have a nice little story behind them as well, so that's cool. But next, we have the Gym Red 12s. These came out last year as well. Last year was the year of the 12s. I don't really have too much to say about these. I just like how they look. And finally, we have the Playoff 12s. These actually came out in 2012. I prefer these to the Taxis, which are basically the flipped version of these. I guess because this way they have way more black than white, where the Taxis would have way more white, but I prefer it this way. So that's it for the 12s. Let's finish it off with one final shoe. We got the Bread 13s. I don't really like 13s that much. I don't know, it just kind of got a weird shape to them, but just like with the 2s, I got these just so I can have all the numbers, but I definitely like these way more than the 2s. I just think the 2s are ugly as fuck, but I think that's pretty much it for the sneaker collection. As I was getting all of these out to make the video, I actually price checked them all on GOAT and on StockX just to see what the market was looking like for each of these, and I added it all up together. And if you were to try to purchase this entire collection, it would cost you about $10,000. I might have to put that in the title, actually. You know, that's at least worth an extra 10% of views if I put 10,000 in the title. But it's pretty crazy, actually, when I think about it, that I've spent this much money on shoes. It's pretty stupid, actually. I probably should not have done that, but at least it's over the course of like 4 years, so that makes it a little bit better, but still, man, that's way too much. Thankfully, I pretty much have almost all of the shoes that I have ever wanted in my life. There's only a few more left that are out there that either A, are just too expensive to where I just probably won't ever end up getting them, or B, they haven't released a recent enough version of them yet. For example, the Raging Bulls. I don't really want to buy a 8 or 9 year old shoe. I'd rather just wait until they bring them back. So I'm just waiting for a couple more that I want, but my sneaker collection is pretty much done. I doubt I will get that many new shoes next year, but we'll see. So anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you guys all for watching. Let me know what your favorite shoe of all time is in the comments. Do I have it, or is it something else? Probably something crazy expensive, I don't know. Special thank you, as always, to all of my Patreon supporters. Links in the description down below. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are not already. Follow me on Twitter. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.